Hi guys, Andy here and welcome back to Minecraft Survival. Yes, we're back here at the farm and there is the barn, here's the farmhouse, everything's looking nice and you'll see that in the distance there is starting to see a little bit of nether brick. I've worked out a route from here back over to the, well, not spawn, but near the coast over there. That's going to be our main road going through. In fact, let's have a quick, let me just fly up that way. So yeah, it does go a bit near these buffoons over here, but we'll get them fenced off. And I've tried to kind of stick to the plains where I can. And I might change it. I see a donkey there. Oh, we've not got a donkey. Anyway, getting distracted by donkeys. So it just goes all the way over here. It does follow this river for some of the way. And there it is. So when you get to the hills, I decided to go around them. It made more sense. Up here, around this forest, and it comes out here at the coast. So it's not mega far. And just out over there, that's the initial mountain we saw right at the beginning from Solace Island. There is Solace Island coming into view. So it's not that far at all. So I'll start work on that in between episodes, just doing a bit at a time. And here, this area here, we'll sort of put like a little fishing village probably, something like that. Nothing major, but somewhere down the line we'll come up with a little fishing village here. And then we've sort of got connection from Solace Island all the way to our new city. We need to start thinking about the roads for the rest of around here, and then also the fields in question. So what I'd like to do today is plan out all the roads where they're going to go, and then start getting some of the fields in place and see how far we get with that. Because basically around here now is going to be farmland. We'll have a few other buildings in place. As I mentioned last episode, up on that hill there, maybe like a little water tower as well. So that can be used for collecting water, hydrating all the fields. As well, I'm going to have to sort of fence those idiots off anyway to stop them coming over here and ruining things. But we're going to do first things first. I think we need a pathway from here over to basically where the bridge is. In fact, I've actually put a bridge in there as well. I've sort of finished tidying off the front here. It's stopped there at the moment. It's not actually gone all the way through at the moment. I put like a little bridge in over here. I'm quite happy with it. It was quite hard to try and work it out because it is two different levels, so I've left this bit open at the moment because I'm not quite sure. I think the main road will go that way. I need to texture this up because obviously it goes into this texture pattern here, but this is all straight stone brick, so I'll probably texture up at some point. But it comes in here like this. Try to give it a little bit of a curve on that side. I think it works out quite well. I think I'll keep this stone brick coming around this way, and then obviously as it fades off, going around here, I'll end it off. It does sort of drop down here, so I'll probably fade it off around here. But from this point here, there's going to be the main road will go, probably follow the river around over to that way, but this is the way the pathways are going to go. I will probably follow the pathway around sort of this ridge here, the contour of this land here, where it sort of goes around in the middle there, and we could bring it, trim some of this off here, trim some of this off and bring it around here into here and connect it up that way. So I'm going to get that done. Once that's in place, we'll see what the other parts are going to be doing. So once we've got this path in place, we can then start working on some of the other paths. So let me get to work and I'll be back with you in a second. Right, we're back. We've got a pathway. We've got a pathway from here. It's a bit narrow there, but I'm sure I can put some decoration in there to make it look nice. Over to the gate, I've also put the pathway along the edge of the cliff face, so to speak, down by there. So that's that in place. I need to put a proper one in that way, but that'll be a more cobble type pathway, and we'll do that later. So now I need to work out next way, because this is one big area, but do I want one big field? I don't think I do. I think if I turn around to say we'll have a field sort of on this level, maybe just drop it down a little bit and bring that there, so we can have a pathway. We actually could come back in this way a bit, actually there, so we could put a pathway up through that gap there and down to there, and then I'll take a pathway that way down to there. I've been clearing out some of the trees down there. I've got a few more around there to keep clearing out, because this farmland can go all the way that way as well, and make use of all that space. From here I could put a pathway up connecting from those two there. We can always put something there if we want to, and then a pathway from there over to not quite sure there. I might fill some of that in so it's not as jaggedy. Make it maybe give that a more of a steeper wall down that side, because it is quite steep. Maybe put a retaining wall all the way around there, and then we'll have a pathway maybe around the edge of it, and this side maybe have a pathway going round to underneath it and put something down there. That could be a possibility. I want to put something here. I'm thinking like maybe a well as well, something like that to go in that area. If I put a pathway from there across to what's going to be the main road, we could put a field there. A pathway what's going to go out over to the water tower there. I think what I'm going to do now is get these pathways in here. So I want one to go around over to there. Pathways connect all down that way. I'll put the retaining wall in. I think then I'll get those in, and then we'll try and get some fields in place, and maybe try and sort out decorate around here as well. Alright guys, we're back and we've got some pathways in now. So that one is there. I've changed it to go to there. It needs a bit more widening, I think, and I got rid of that one there because it looks a bit daft. So sort of bring it into that one, and that merged in quite nicely. I've put the first part of the main road going in there. That's just at the moment stone and cobble. I might just touch up a little bit more anyway, but that will go out into the distance just to give me that outline on the edge there, and there's a pathway in there. Then obviously this pathway we talked about when it goes down to the coastal pathway, that one goes down there. I've put in a bit of a retaining wall which actually ends up going all the way around there. A little bit of fence on the top. Might change that up for the moment, but that's just like a starter for 10. And that gives me that field. That field, they are quite large, and I need to work out what's going on down there, but I might do that. That's another episode of that. Got a bit of space all around here around this farmhouse, which I want to do something with, and that goes down here. That might be more farmyard type area. Maybe I can put a well in there, stuff like that. We'll try and sort something out there. There's a pathway going back out which does go around there and stops. I'll work out something to go down there. I've done nothing over there just yet. I thought I'd focus on this side. This is big enough. And over there, got a little bit of a field there as well. So what I'd like to do now is put some boundaries in. I was thinking about splitting that into two, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to put a boundary, a wall around it. A wall around sort of that to there. I'll leave a gap there because I think I might have a coastal pathway. I like the fact that you can walk around the coast. I think that's quite a nice idea. There's a small field there. And that's 3 main fields. And primarily, that is going to be a wheat field. That, probably potatoes or carrots. And then that's the idea. I like them both to be wheat fields. Although, actually, I've got an idea. If I do put a pathway right the way across there, it gives me 4 sort of fields. And then, there's still quite large fields as it is. But what that I could do, I could maybe have like 2 wheat, a potato, or maybe barren field, and then the 5th field there as well. So we could maybe just leave 1 field partially barren, or maybe we could maybe like have some flowers. But I think like smaller fields like that would be good for flowers. But it might be nice just to mix. Say like this section here, this front one here. If we put a gap down there, that will give us a smaller field, and like maybe that's like which ones are the lilacs, the tall purple pink flowers? Can we see any over there? Those, some like those or those. I have a field of those that'd be quite nice for colour. And likewise, we can have some more fields that will come down there as we go along. But this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would take anyway. So I've got some materials with me, and in here, and a mixture of. Hello. Did I catch them back or have they gone down? We'll go check in a second. But yeah, a mixture of stone and oh no, I didn't. I had to get them. And there's the sun's going down. A mixture of stone and wood. Thank you. I'm going to take off. So around here we have the retaining wall. I tidied up the landscape around here and cut it back. But I actually quite like it down here. It's quite a nice little sheltered bit, so this will be quite nice for maybe some of the flowers as well. But if I go back around here, and somewhere around here I put a bed. There it is. So we've got stone and wood, and this is primarily the same as what we've done for the animal pen. So let's go over down here, and we'll just start putting in a bit of a wall. Again, to start off with, this does come right into here. But I'm not going to. I'm going to bring this back a little bit because again, it gives a bit more space around here. It doesn't make things anything look as cramped as it is, or it should be. In fact, there might even be maybe an entrance into the farm here, and then again, I don't want gates for these fences because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 4. Gap of 4. And now we're going to mix these up. Oh, leave that like that. No harm in that. And then these are just going to go all the way around the edge of the field, like so. And then on top of it, we'll do the stabs and stairs. That would be one style of field, but what I do want to do is exactly the same as this, but a wood one. And again, the bush fences and stuff like that. In fact, we can actually do a field maybe primarily of the bushes and just maybe some fence posts in as well. And then we can break these fields up, and then that will probably make this area look a lot nicer and more open. And then go around the edge, around the trees here, the pathways. I do have in this one, is it? Yep. Let's get some of you. So say for example, we'll do a tree, say here. And also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I did the bone meal up. Where's the bone meal? One chest. I've got some bone meal. And hopefully, and it doesn't. Oh, typical. Right, just clear this away. Right, we'll try it again. That's a bit better. I can just take you out of the way. In fact, the 4 I got earlier, maybe just go and then I'll put you like that, and maybe get a couple more blocks and just to bulk that out a bit. Did I bring any more with me? Perchance, did I? No, actually I will have some in my log box. There we go. to put one like that, and then one like that. I'll put a few of those trees around here, bit of bone meal as well, get some plants around the edges, go around, chuck some berry bushes in there, because I think they had a nice little touch of red, just around the edges like that. I think that's quite nice. And then we should be looking at something like, well, for this part of it, what we want to do going forward. So I've got a lot of grinding stuff ahead of me, so I'll crack on and I'll be back with you in a minute. Alright guys, I just thought I'd bring you back in here for a little quick update. I've just popped up here just to have a look how things are looking. I've chucked a path in down there just to get an idea what that's going to break up in, and that's quite nice. I've got here 2 stone wall fields just here, and also a wooden one which mixed in some dark oak and some spruce just to break it up the texture. I also added the pathways down, but I think I did that last time, but I've also put these in. That's not a too bad a size, but that's a bit long and thin. But what I might do, there's a little bit of a cliff face sort of just behind that pathway there. When I cleared out the trees, I might put like a retaining wall I've done here behind there and extend this field, make it quite larger, take it all the way around, clear some of those trees out down there. And actually leave that pathway going through the field, because some of these have all got multiple entrances in. That one's got 3 in, so there will be pathways like a lot thinner than this into the field, so people can walk through the fields. Likewise, one there, there's there, there's there, there's there, there's there. So there's multiple entrances into the fields, but so for that one, I was looking at here now, thinking, oh, it's there. I thought someone was going down there. Thinking that maybe I thought it was a bit too long and thin, so I might take that wall around there and have a field or some multi-level with that, although a bit multi-level, but the drop in it like that, and have a walkway down that way. That might be quite a nice idea. So yeah, not quite sure about this one here. The pathway does go around there, so I could potentially have something down there what's a bit more, not as fast as shot off at the end towards the edge of the coast. That's a possibility. Then I can always do a pathway around the coast if I wanted to at a later date. But yeah, that's how we're coming along at the moment. It is taking a long time though, but I think I'm going to take that bit out there, cut some trees down and extend it around there. So I'm going to crack on. I'll be back with you shortly. Alright guys, welcome back. There's a few trees about the place. I've been adding some additional decor to the area, not a lot at the moment, so the fields are still all empty, not done anything in the fields. I've been focusing on the pathways all the way around, and the sun's going down. So this is the pathway I was going to the farmhouse. I just want to now go around, chuck some bone meal just to fill the edges. Also put in a couple of berry bushes as well, just to, I think they look really nice. They're just the little bit of redness you get from them, and they're very easy just to refarm. And that is now falling. Like so, and just chuck another couple. Then we're going to jump in the bed. Right, nice as gone. I said that path has sort of just been decorated a bit there. I need to just tidy the area up a little bit. But we've got these fields, that's a nice large one. There's the retaining wall there, which is quite nice. So there was a couple of large trees which I've kept there when I cleared out those trees down there. But I put a few large trees, there's a couple of smaller ones around as well. That's all good. Again, like I say, the trees were left inside there. That one was there, that's nice. Just adds a little bit more detail to it. I've stopped roughly here, so I'm basically focusing on this part of the farm today, or for the last few days. Anyway, this has taken me quite a while. But I've got these little areas, it's like there, the space here, which I've not connected that path up there yet, here, and here, which I want to do something with. This, I'm just going to make one big farmyard area. I'm going to bring it around here as well, and probably there. So there's a bit of a green area around that tree, that there. Here, I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to put like a pond. Nice little pond, just sort of in the centre here. And then there's also greenery around there as well. And then I'm going to do the rest of the path off camera. Field wise, right now, that's going to be a wheat field. And probably that one. And then I'll do a potato, a carrot, and a beetroot one. Of those three? No, I'll do potato and carrot, and I'll leave one as possibly a flower field. Put some flowers in one. That's going to be flower field down there. Beetroot can go down there later on. But I'm going to get them planted up as well in a bit. But first, I'll do this on camera with you. I'm going to come down here, and we're going to do a little pond just about here. So first, actually, what I'm going to do straight away off camera is dig a hole. Right, we have our hole dug. Gone for multi-layered approach. I took this land back a little bit, just so I can pull the pond this way. I want quite a nice large pond here, not a little tiny one, something that's quite visible. So what I'm going to do now, each level, I don't want the diorite showing. So I can go, and then I'm going to put in some cobble, and also a lot of cobble, mossy cobble down at the bottom. A little bit of stone is okay, I suppose. We'll chuck some more mossy cobble in here as well. What I also want to do is add in some coarse dirt. See, I'm quite happy for grass to spread down here. But I think a lot of this dirt down here, just clear you lot out. So there's a coarse dirt. We'll chuck some more coarse dirt in down here. Mix it in as well with a bit of cobble. In fact, that's just normal dirt I've been putting back in there. That's okay actually. What we need to do, I think, is mix the coarse dirt and the dirt in together. Just so some grass can spread if we want it to. But other grass we'll take out and we'll replace with coarse dirt. So we've got a mixture of the dirt and the grass underneath. Because I'm not going to put any like cobble in here, I'm going to keep it free of cobble as well. I don't think cobble's really needed. So with that coming on quite nice, I'll trim this area up, and then what we'll do, I think then we can get some water in. Right, time to get some water in here. So we're going to grab another bucket of water. Right, so pop you in like that, you in there, and that's all flat. And now it's a case of putting water, build up each level, and we'll fill the pond in. There we go. You there. And there we go. We've got some makings of a pond. Got some sea lanterns as well. So we can now go. Fill the water bucket back up. Ooh. Which block are you there? That one. There you go. So what we're going to do now is put some sea lanterns. It's not sea lanterns. Sea pickles around the place, just to give it a little bit of illumination. And then we can just put a bit of bone meal in here. Add a little bit more greenish to the bottom of the floor where we have grass and such. A bit more over this side, a bit there. I think that's about if I put it there. That's fine. I've got a few lily pads. Can't go on with a few lily pads. In all fairness, if I was going to set an AFK fish farm up, what I want out of it, more than anything, will be name tags and lily pads. Because lily pads, there's a swamp down to the south over there. When I was visiting there, I found about 8 lily pads, 8 and 9 lily pads from there. It was rubbish, but they are great little decoration. So technically that is a pond finish. I can't run. I can get some fish in there, I suppose. Make it a bit more like a pond. Need a bit of decor around the edge, some little piles of stone and stuff like that. I can see you dancing there, horsey. So we're going to do that. I put a few piles of stone, stuff like that around it, and maybe a few of the piles through some of these paths. Get the fields in, and then I think this side of it is done. So I've got a bit of work to do. I'm not going to do it all on camera because, no offence, it is rather repetitive work and doesn't make great footage. So I'm going to crack on. First I want to sleep, and then I'll hopefully come back to you with one final reveal. See you shortly. Quick interlude here, guys. Thought this was an important moment. I've not even done the first field yet. This diamond hoe though is on its way out. 2 left. There we go. That's what we got. We got the serious dedication challenge completed, and that is, I think that's when it's asked to evaluate your life choices. Is it farming? There we are. Complete use of a diamond hoe and then reevaluate your life choices. There we go. Well, I'm prepared. I've got myself an unbreaking 3 diamond hoe to do the rest of this field, so I'm going to continue harvesting on. This has taken me roughly done over an hour so far of ploughing the field, so I've got a long way to go, so I'll see you shortly. Alright guys, I'm back, and well, it's all done. Well, the part of the I've been doing is all done. If you look at the state of this hoe, I'm breaking 3, and that's nearly broken itself. Already broke my first hoe, but the reveal, this is what we have got, and it's absolutely amazing. So we've got the 2 wheat fields, potatoes, lilac, carrot, and I'd put in down here a melon and pumpkin field as well. That's the pond looking nice. Chucked the bamboo and some sugarcane around it, a few lily pads on top of it. Little cart there with some wheat ready to go off to market. And around the place I've been putting wheelbarrows. You can see like one just there. A little wheelbarrow just sitting at the side of the field, just waiting to be used or moved on. All around this side here, let's have a quick look around here. We've put in the entire farmyard has been sort of expanded all the way around here now. Again, that can go further way around here if we need to as well. I've got to say the pathway is ready there for the future field, but I am incredibly happy how this has turned out. It goes all the way down around here. Let's come land down here. A couple of wheelbarrows sat there waiting to be used. The horse has been there for absolutely ages. I think he might be stuck. We'll get him freed and get in with the rest of the horses. But it's nice to just come and walk through the fields. Run through the wheat fields like gay abandoned, just like Theresa May does when she's feeling naughty. But it would pop down here. The pathway leading out of this field by the coast. I tapered in the stone cliff face down to here. There'll be a pathway going on that way, out that way. I'm thinking about putting the farm hands houses. This comes back up here to the pathway around the edge. A lot of the lights are hanging in trees or sat on the walls. Just make sure there's enough illumination around here. It's not 100%, but it's not totally dark. But it is quite nice to go along this path, stopping occasionally to look into the lake and the water outside the edge of the city. And it's all now starting to feel connected, coming out and out into here. It's giving the entire area a connected feel. I just think now I should maybe look at some of these areas here, these pieces of land here, maybe texture them up a little bit. I'm not quite sure how I would or what I'd do. Maybe I remove the diorite, that sort of thing. And as this is going to be the main road going out to Solace Island, it goes so far just so I can put the farm up against it. But I think I'll come out here occasionally with a couple of sugar boxes full of stone and cobble and start slowly working this pathway out that way. But obviously that's going to take some time to do. But right now for this farm project. I'm very happy with how it is. So I've had a few episodes out here now. The next episode we'll turn back into the city and do some more work in there. But this is just another area we can keep working on as we're going forward and expanding this kingdom with each episode. So with that, I shall now wrap this video up. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, consider subscribing if you haven't already, ring the bell to be notified of future videos, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.